Okay, fight fans, fight fiends, welcome back to Manny's Thoughts. I, of course, Manny MTL or Manny Montreal. Make sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and obviously thefightcity.com. As usual, I'll give you guys my thoughts on what's going down in the world of combat sports. Let's get started. Okay, so normally I give out congratulations, but unfortunately this time around I don't have any to give out. Vanessa Lepage-Joannis was not successful in her title shot versus the women's heavyweight champion for the WBC title. Props to her opponent. There was an obvious size difference, and I want to remind you guys this was only her fourth pro fight, so hopefully she didn't take too much damage and we'll get to see her in the ring again soon. Now, as far as what's going on news-wise in the Fight City, all kinds of stuff seems to be just around the corner. August is almost over, folks. Summer is near its end. And quite honestly, boxing is about to pick up in this city again. Now, good news, the Beterbiev saga has not moved. So far, the fight is still on for the 31st. So for Halloween, Beterbiev will be back in the ring on a toe-to-toe Tuesday. Looking forward to that, and hopefully no more bad news until then. As far as other news is concerned, there's been a few rumors by a few journalists in town talking about how Yvon Michel's having trouble and how maybe Camille Stephan might be making some moves. And there was some talk of him being involved with the Beterbiev thing, but here's the thing. There are going to be some major announcements made soon, and from both camps, and they're both going to be very big and very positive. Can't give you guys too much now, however I will give you these little tidbits of information. Seeing as how there isn't that many of you on here that are actually loyal, and you know what, I'd want you guys to have this. Yves Ulysse, they got something huge for him. It's coming. I'm thinking it's a 50-50 with Golden Boy. So I think he's going to get the same deal that David Lemieux got, and he's going to be co-promoted by Golden Boy, which would be a major move for Yves Ulysse. Now expect that to be coupled with some sort of major fight announcement. Now, although I got to stay hush about it, I know that a couple of the Eye of the Tiger guys are actually in some different gyms these days, and putting in some work with some world-renowned people. Now, if you got your boys training with some big names, there's usually a reason for it. So I think even more news will come from Eye of the Tiger on top of the Golden Boy co-promotion. Now, for Yvon Michel, obviously we're all waiting with held breath for Adonis versus Alvarez. There's been some talk of other fights, and Alvarez may be fighting Badou Jack on the Mayweather-McGregor undercard, but all that has gone away, and we can look forward to Adonis versus Alvarez actually happening sometime real soon. I also suspect there will be another major announcement from Yvon Michel. Things have been a little too quiet lately, so my spidey senses are tingling, so to speak. Now, as far as other news is concerned, two major fights going down August 19th for Canada in Toronto with Lee Baxter Promotions. We got Vargas Funeka, terrific undercard. Quick mention, Montreal's newest import, Christian Mibli, will be on the undercard. Also, Donnybrook Promotions is putting on a fantastic event in the East Coast. New Brunswick, Shediac to be precise, a fantastic night of boxing. Hopefully you guys make it out and check those out, and check in with me for more details on those. Now, as far as what's going on this weekend and what we can watch, well, you know, there's quite a few things actually. Friday morning, I believe 5 or 7 a.m., if you go to the Fight Network, you might just get one championship. Some great MMA. It's usually from Malaysia. I'm not sure if it's from there this time around, but it's some great stuff. Then Friday night, from Puerto Rico, ESPN and ESPN3, Golden Boy Boxing is back. The NABO, NABA super featherweight titles on the line. Machado Morales. Alberto Machado is 12-0. Carlos Morales is 13-1. You know what? It's an interesting fight. There's not much else going on Friday night, so I'm looking forward to it. Now, as far as Saturday goes, as I mentioned, there's a couple cards going down in Canada, but if we're talking TV, there is Bellator MMA. I don't know too many of the names on there. It seems to be a smaller card, but more importantly, there is some terrific boxing going on Saturday night. Super lightweight champ Terence Crawford versus Julius Indongo. IBF, WBA, WBC, WBO, and I think there was another title on the line, but they dropped it because the sanctioning fees were just becoming insane. But maybe that's just Indongo, I'm not sure. Point is, there hasn't been an undisputed champion forever, and this is something to be celebrated. Solid undercard. Alexander Gudzik, very interesting light heavyweight, 13-0. He's going to be fighting Craig Barker, who's 17-1. They're fighting for the NABF light heavyweight title. Very quietly, might I just add, also on the undercard, making his return, Nicholas Walters. A lot's been said since that Lomachenko fight. I really thought he was going to do a lot better than that. Here's hoping it was some sort of psychological thing and that he's back at it. Really looking forward to him climbing back into the ring. A little harder to get, but if you look for it, it'll be out there. There's a really solid WBO, NABO, super lightweight title on the line. Going down in Texas, Maurice Hooker, 22-0, versus Courtney Jackson, who's 17-0. This is a solid fight. It is going under the radar with most news people, so do yourself a favor, look into it. Also going down in Texas, there is a small card that I'd like you guys to look out for this one particular fighter. His name is Ali Akhmedov. He's fighting for the WBC Youth World Light Heavyweight title. He's 7-0. He's going to be fighting Curtis Hill Jr., who's 10-0. It's an interesting little fight. Might have to look for that on Facebook. So that's it for me this week. Please like, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. I'm going to have to tone down all the other stuff that I do. Scale back a bit, so to speak. And quite honestly, this is maybe the one thing I do that doesn't get shared or looked at as much as all my other stuff. And this is maybe the one thing I've been the most religious about. It's interesting. However, to those of you that have been loyal, I will continue doing these. But do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. If you like the t-shirts, hit us up. I'll see you guys next week.